not trained professionals, and we did all of these experiments under adult supervision. So please, do not try anything you're about to see at home.
Ever!
Today on Marjorie's Chem Lab, let's see what happens with dry film and frying fathers.
Our dry ice is basically frozen carbon dioxide, and right now we put it underwater, which is making this smoky stuff. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put it in a film canister. Then, when the film canister increases the pressure inside the dry ice, and then that increased pressure creates a huge, quick buildup of carbon dioxide, which makes it explode.
Boom.
For this experiment, you will need a small chunk of dry ice, but be careful. If you plan to do this experiment much later on after you buy the ice, get a much bigger chunk because it will melt fast. You will also need thick rubber gloves to handle the ice with, and finally, a small sealed space such as an empty film canister.
What you doing, Mark?
I am assisting in this experiment. Highly dangerous experiment.
You need to use rubber gloves because you cannot touch this stuff directly.
Yes.
It is super cold, colder than normal ice. Look at that smoke.
If you were to touch it, your fingers would probably fall off.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so we're going to break a tiny piece of this ice. And we're going to put it in an empty film canister. Because as you saw with the bag earlier, it expands. So, we put a small segment of dry ice, seal off all oxygen. Whoa. Yeah, we're going to have to probably...
Right. Now
back off.
Duck and cover, people!
It might take a while, so I'll just probably edit some of the time off.
Maybe if you think about it, it'll happen.
Alright.
Think hard. Think hard.
Doesn't work. I think I feel a reaction coming. The telekinesis is working. The telekinesis is working. I don't have the gift.
Let me try.
Marjorie! You have the gift!
It's not highly explosive, but it's really interesting. Tinted. Back off, Megan. Now you know what happened. See, now you have another cool experiment to show people.
The projectile can hurt your eyes, so wear goggles.
Yep. Wear goggles at all
kids.
times. Whoa, there we go again.
For the frying fathers section of our chemistry experiment, we took common coins like pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters, and held them up to the Bunsen burner to see if they would turn any different colors due to the amount of iron or copper in them. What actually ended up happening was that all the flame colors from the different coins pretty much stayed the same because they didn't have any excessive amounts of copper or iron in them. Instead, they were a sort of mixture of that and many different other elements. On the copper, once we melt it down to its very core, you can see licks of green flame coming out of it, but not much else. When we moved on to the iron coins, like quarters, nickels, and dimes, they didn't change much color either, but the surface got very dull, and occasionally, if we held up the right coin, you could see small purple-ish flames rather than the common orange one. Since we already had the Bunsen burners, we might as well repeat the well-known magnesium experiment in our classroom. Magnesium radiates a very strong UV light, and you weren't supposed to look during the experiments, but obviously everyone really wanted to look, so we decided to film the burning of the magnesium to show what it looked like when it ignited. And of course, no science film is complete without the Diet Coke and Mentos experiment. So we set out 4 different bottles of soda and put Mentos into each of them, just to see which one would spout the farthest.
Ah, no, it's another one.
Whoa.
Dr. Pepper, I mean, good diet went farther.
Hey Mark, put your goggles on!
Don't push my head. I need my head to live.
As you can see, we have a very toxic solution in here called water. I'm gonna set that right
I'll
up.
drink it and become super happy. I want to have superpowers. Where's that
Seriously, you might want to like.
There's supposed to be an earth shattering balloon.
Macbusters with Mark Aguirre, Megan Beeson, and Morgan.
Wow!
I put them together. Mark Aguirre and Megan Beerson from Volcanic.
Oh my gosh!
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Not Beerson, not Beerson. This is a non-alcoholic high school environment.
I'm sorry.
Please do not try this experiment without adult supervision. We are not trained professionals.
Ever.
I'm doing a good job now.
You are doing an amazing job. Thank you.
I don't even do a countdown.